Now, please, the next team. Let's have a boom. Team Doomsday, where are you? We are welcoming you and waiting for your craziness.
A few days ago, me and my friends were talking and we thought about humanity, destruction. Does it make sense or not? We don't know. We just want to discuss it. The platform of Ideathon gave a perfect opportunity to us.
Are we ourselves causing the destruction?
Can all the humans be blamed?
How do we save nature?
Why do we save nature?
Why should we save humans? So, we humans have evolved from animals and we evolved from the barbaric lifestyle into a modern civilization. Yeah, everything is good, and we got ourselves out of the hunting and gathering and those hard working days of our lives, and now we are living in luxury and everything. Yeah, okay. And do you see anything odd in this slide? There's no fourth picture. Well, actually, it's not just a picture that is missing. It is something that we've been neglecting from like many years, like from many centuries. Yes, with the civilization and with the development of our human race, we started wars, crime, pollution, and what? There's endless human suffering, and also nature is also suffering from our actions. So, civilization, we evolved from a barbarian lifestyle to a modern lifestyle. Yet, why are there people suffering? Why is nature crying for help? Uh, so, with the advancement of the defense technologies and the medical technology, what happened is we actually came out of the biological pyramid. Something that keeps all the species in balance in order to maintain harmony, peace in nature. So what happened is we came out of that pyramid. So now there's nothing that can stop us and nothing that can actually control our population. So that is why we are facing a really big issue these days, and that is overpopulation.
Population Bomb, a controversial book by Paul Ehrlich, warned that collapse of civilization is a near certainty within decades and questioned, can the earth continue to support an ever increasing number of humans? For all this, he is termed as an irrepressible doomster by Ronald Bailey. Overpopulation leads to overdestruction. The basic needs of humans fall short. There are people, on the other hand, saying overpopulation adds diversity and depend that our society becomes a place for enjoyment. But enjoyment at the cost of destruction? All the inventions in the field of science for the betterment of selfish humans on Mother Earth led to overpopulation and which harmed Earth. Human population growth at current levels exacerbates all other threats. Its seriousness and preventability are not being addressed in any country or internationally. Overpopulation is the cause of many wars. Something ought to be done in order to curb this ever growing menace before it goes beyond control. So, Doomsters, what do you choose? Controlling yourselves or controlling over the world? That's an optimistic assessment of humanity's prospects, but it also means that if something happens to make humans go extinct, the moral harm done will be immense. Guarding against events with even a small probability of causing that is worthwhile.
Liberty, responsibility, power, and purpose. World Wars. World War One. We all know the First World War occurred from 1914 to 1918. A very minute conflict between two countries set off a domino effect of alliances, triggering a world war. War crimes were perpetrated, chemical weapons were used in the war, despite the Hague Conventions of 1899 and 1907 having outlawed the use of such weapons in warfare. World War II. The Second World War occurred from 1939 to 1945, the only conflict in which nuclear weapons have been used. Hiroshima and Nagasaki of the Japanese Empire were devastated by atomic bombs dropped by the United States. Nazi Germany, led by Adolf Hitler, was responsible for genocides, most notably the Holocaust. The attack of Pearl Harbor came without a declaration of war. Non combatants suffered at least as badly as or worse than combatants. It is well known that the outcome of the war had a profound effect on the course of world history. Fear of a potential Third World War. Since the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki during the Second World War, there has been a widespread and prolonged fear of a potential Third World War between nuclear armed powers. Albert Einstein in 1947 commented that, "I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones." Effects of war. The effects of war can be widely spread and can be long term or short term. The experience of war is different for soldiers when compared to that of civilians. When war strikes, it ends up affecting government structures along with the people in power of the government. Many times, one regime is removed and new forms of government are put into place. These changes in government also change the way the country behaves economically. Some scholars, however, have argued that war can have a positive effect on political development. The insatiable greed of humans to move ahead in political hierarchies. Mahatma Gandhi's famous quote stating that there are enough resources to meet human needs, but not enough to meet human greed, was never more true. Globally, in their quest for money, political leaders have wrecked up the financial system, destroyed the value of money, which is the foundation of the capitalist society. They have created innumerable conflicts which have displaced millions and generated hatred. Human suffering as a political tool. War and political crisis are causing human anguish on a scale unseen in generations. The number of people facing acute hunger globally has peaked new heights. War and crisis have and are destroying more lives and livelihoods, pushing more people towards starvation and driving more people from their homes. But deepening human misery comes not only from more war and violence, it also comes from the manner in which military and political objectives are pursued.
Violence is a crime, don't you think? Crimes have taken many darker and gruesome shades from the past several years. They have been insanely increasing exponentially decade by decade. And as mentioned, corruption is one of the huge reasons for this. But do you think corruption is the only reason? No. Killing and raping a person is one of the worst behaviors towards your fellow humans. But these kind of things are happening in today's world without any hesitation. Youth involving in many mass murderings, terrorist attacks, and hijack of planes are going on these days. But have you ever thought that the reason for this is somewhere or the other is we? Yes, it is we. If we have treated these people with love, feelings, human ethics, and values, we won't have been facing these issues. If we have educated and acknowledged them, we would never have been facing these issues. In fact, but these issues wouldn't have been in our life at all, and in fact, in everyone's life. But in some or the other way, these people are doing good job too because they are decreasing burden on earth because people are increasing and increasing day by day. These people have done a safer job, in fact, and they have decreased burden also on nature too because we are harming nature. And don't you think this is also a crime?
Yes, we are committing crime against nature. We humans are destroying nature, aren't we? The consequences are global warming, climate change, pollution of land, water, and air. We humans are dumping toxic material from industries into land, water, and air. If we had 50% of the humanity also, we would not do that. As treatment of toxic costs more, people are selfish. They are not going for the treatment and directly they are dumping and releasing. Just think, do we have any humanity? We are mining everything available on Earth. Are we correct? By mining, what are we getting? By such climate changes, are we living happily, enjoying the climate? My answer is no. We are not enjoying the climate. We are suffering with extreme temperatures. We humans are destroying nature as well as we are making the other humans, including us, to suffer. Next comes the big issue, pollution. Why can't we use public transport? Is it necessary to have a private vehicle for each and everyone? Why can't we use bicycle when the traveling distance is short? Friends, just think. Do we really should have concern towards nature? Or it is not that necessary? You can have your own answer for your reasons. This pollution causing glaciers to melt. The result is drowning beaches, decreasing land cover, releasing many toxic gases like methane. Is that good for us? Don't you think when we want to destroy nature, nature also have right to destroy humans? Think, friends, think. The present pandemic we are facing, don't you think like nature gave us an alert? Why can't we think that nature want humans to destroy? Humans have a great gift that is intelligence that can't be used for the betterment of the nature. Our Mother Earth. Why our humanity levels are decreasing day by day rapidly? Humans are very greedy. I'm not talking about all the humans. There are some people who really want to save the earth. So I really want to destroy the humans who are very greedy and thinking only about them. Not only earth, you're also polluting the space. Just that due to rocket parts, debris from explosion in space are causing those parts to move around in space forever and causing space pollution. Friends, just think. Nothing is right or wrong. That depends on your perspective.
I believe doomsday, the total extinction of human race, is the only solution to put an end to all the endless human suffering and also the nature suffering.
I believe we can pull ourselves back.
What do you think?
Do you want to be the part
Sir, can
of
we go for the polling?
Yeah, I turned it on. I turned the poll on.
So there's a poll which is going on right now. So give us your opinion. Do you want the doomsday to happen, or do you think we can still make a? Do you think still we can make a change? Vote it.
Did we have two polls, Priyanka?
do,
Second, huh?
Who has to vote?
Everyone.
Everyone, ma'am.
Everyone, man.
Okay.
so we want to know whether you want to be the part of problem or solution.
So we have we have only 8 people voted till now. Huh?
And I would like to add here, thank you for using technology, because even I don't know how to do this. This was the first time I was knowing this. We can even use this kind of thing.
So it looks like we have 15 people voted till now. Shall I show the results?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you see the results? Can you see the results somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we are not able to see.
No. You can't see the results?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can. We got
Yes, we
7
can,
votes
sir.
for doomsday is the solution, and 8
Okay.
votes for we can still change, and I demand a recount.
Okay. I will end the poll. Maybe it will show up then. Okay. Good. Well done. Tejasri, go ahead.
Yes. Next team, Team Doomsday, super presentation, fantastically done. So we will take some comments from our mentors. So Ayan sir,
You guys are absolutely amazing. You know what strikes me most is your confidence. You know, I must say this for the previous also. We call this the behavior under stress. when suddenly your video doesn't play and you're the first bat to come on board, it's so important to stay calm. And I see the same confidence in this group, and kudos to that. So, after many years of working, your brain goes into how do I rubric it, what do I want to put it on. Still, yeah, it's amazing teamwork. It actually comes through. You can see if you all work together. The the storytelling flow that we look at, right? You ideate, you research, you stitch it together and drive a message, and win the audience heart. I don't know who scripted it. You guys have done a great job of scripting the flow. I like the authenticity of the research. In fact, I was looking at that in today's world, right? I think that what you refer to should be authentic, so that what you say has a credibility. Okay, fantastic job. Only suggestion, if at all, is when you get a 5-minute thing, crunch the content a little bit so that you take the audience along. But honestly, in this case, I don't think I struggled with this issue. But in storytelling, take a few things and have it stitch through. But honestly, I don't think it took it away from what you've done. It's a phenomenal job. Very, very impressed. Thank you. Thank you for giving us a chance to listen in.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for valuable comments. Chetan, sir, can we have your comments?
I'm going to pass on this because I talked to you guys. I should comment on something I did not help with. So, but
Okay.
overall, I did see the content. So I loved seeing the content this time. I think, despite all the arguments you guys had, I think it was a very cohesive presentation. So good teamwork, because in the morning there was a little bit of, I don't know, probably friction. So well done. Great job, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
So, can we
If there's
have?
no friction means you're underperforming.
Okay. Hello, sir. Welcome you.
Excellent presentation. Heartiest congrats. It was really remarkable for the first years, and I congratulate the mentors also for the efforts they have put. And it's really remarkable for first year student to make such a presentation. Only one observation I have is whenever I would like to take the example of Shravan. Shravan, see, this college is more than 50 years old, and no alumni took initiative. He is a trendsetter. Okay, thanks to him, all this is happening, and kudos to him. And same way, when you telling about the problem, you should also give a solution, or at least if this group would have taken resolution, this is what we will do, so that the nature is not abused. From your end, each of you take a result, because we have to be different, we have to be trendsetters. It's easy to complain, blame, and all that. What is that? Because if you see a cricket match, 1 lakh people criticize, only 22 players play. So you want to be a spectator or a player?
Yes.
So I do suggest, please become players. Shravanji is a player, and all those who are mentors are also players. They have taken the trouble of coming here and supporting you. So entire Doomsday, my humble request is become players. Thank you.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you, team. Thank you so much, sir. And let's we move on to the team next. Team Ganadorus.